So if you've been following along on the videos, you would have created an assessment, put in some scores and ratings, and collected some evidence. Now we're going to work on the comments. So let's go to an assessment now. So I'm going to go to assessments. I'm going to go to view assessments, the assessment list. This is the list of my assessments. I'm going to go to this one, short division, kind of halfway down the page here. I'm going to tap on either the arrow for short division, the green arrow, or the word short division. So here I am at this assessment. You see I have some scores and some ratings. I don't have any evidence, but we could pretend I did have some evidence here. I'm going to sort this by rating. Now, normally if I am marking something, I normally kind of put a comment in as I go. If the student does well, so they get this green box, so they get a rating of, this is out of three beginning on your way and got it. If they have a got it, I normally don't put any comment in as I'm going along. I only put a comment if they get a red or maybe yellow. So I'm going to pretend that I've been kind of going through, and I'm going to sort by rating now. I'm going to show you how later to put in a quick comment in all these got it students in a few minutes. So here we are. I'm at Harris on Fire, and I copied a little. I just typed something out and I copied it. I'm just going to paste it in here. So you could type in here, Harrison was challenged by the multiplication required in these short division questions. Let's say for short division, these students, really most of them, or at least some of them, it was really the multiplication that was the challenging thing for them. And I'm going to use that same kind of comment in a couple of them. Then I'm going to kind of get this comment worked out perfectly first. So see how when I tap outside here, I can't see the rest of that comment. If I tap on top, I can see it, but it's a little bit cumbersome. See how it's kind of cut off as it moves up. So I'm going to tap outside. If I go to the little two-headed arrow near the end of the student's record here, and I tap on that, it brings up just a bigger view of that comment. So I've got lots of space now to type in and everything. You'll see on here it says full comment, and it says get from bank and save to bank. You can actually create a bank of comments and reuse them, and it'll change the student's name and their gender. It'll change like he to she and so on. But I'm not going to get into that right now. I'm just going to go show a kind of simple way to enter comments. If you want to get into that kind of stuff, I'm just going to close out of this. If you press the video at the top of the screen, the little video button, it'll open up kind of everything to do with this page and what kind of things you can do. And you can see here general assessment, how to complete. That's not it, but you see comments basic, and it kind of has, you see this will give some information on how to enter basic comments, how to save, the next one, save to the bank, how to get from the comment bank. So you'd watch those videos if that's what you're interested in. I'm just going to put done at the bottom. So let's kind of go back into this again. I'm going to expand this. So Harrison was challenged by the multiplication required in these short division questions. And normally I like to, I put in the comment not just for me, but also the parents, because in the next video, you're going to see how you can email the parents students' results. You don't have to, but you can. And I don't do it necessarily for every assessment, but a lot of assessments I do email out the students' results. So Harrison was challenged by the multiplication required. So what I would say is, I want to give some suggestions for those parents of what they can do with Harrison. So one thing I would probably do is get a video on how to do short division, because how we do things in school, it's different how parents, or how parents have learned it, and they don't know how to help their child. And even if they do know short division, they're worried that it's not the exact same way, or they're afraid to confuse the child. So I would send a link to a video that shows exactly the way we do it in class. And I'd either create the video myself using the iPad, or I would just go to link one that's already done. So I'm just going to go to one that's already done. And so I'm going to just double press the home screen here, and I'm going to go to this and over to, this is short division. Let's pretend this one, I'd have to watch it, but let's pretend this one here shows the proper way to do it. They're the way that I do it in class. I'm just going to pause that. And so I'm going to go down to share at the bottom here, and I'm just going to copy that link. Then I'm going to double click the home screen, go back to assessments. I'm going to tap in here, and then I'm going to either hold down and then press paste, or at the very bottom, you can see there's a clipboard, black clipboard with a white piece of paper. If I tap that, that will paste it as well. And then I press return. Now right now it doesn't look like a link, but when it actually emails to the parent, it will be a link that's clickable and will take them to that video. So I might have to tap in ahead of that and just enter down and say, please have Harrison view or review this video on how to complete short division. Doesn't sound right, but anyway, you know what I mean. Division, okay. And then there's a link. And then I might also put another link. I might say here is a link to some, I could say it, worksheets. Harrison can practice. Oh, hello. Okay, and then I would go back, home screen, go back here. And this is a lot of work. I know, you're thinking, man, that's quite a lot of work just to do this. But once you kind of, you don't have to do it very often. Like once you get these couple, so I'm just going to copy this one here. I'm going to go to the top, the URL or the address bar at the top. I'm going to tap it again. So it's all selected, copy that, double click the home button if you have one on your iPad, and paste, or paste at the bottom, either one. And then press enter to get down another line. So now I'm going to use the same one, but I'm going to use it in multiple students. So I'm going to tap there and select up. I'm going to copy that. And I'm going to say this person, maybe they did the same thing. I'm going to press paste at the bottom, this clipboard and thing at the bottom. I'm going to tap outside, and I'm going to do it for everyone just for this, just to make it easy. Tap outside and paste, because maybe they all have that issue. If they didn't, though, I would just change whatever student needed a different comment. I would change that. So now I'm going to have to go in, obviously, because anybody home isn't Harrison. So, you're going to have to go through and, oops, I'm going to go expand here and tap on Harrison. And I'm going to change it to Annie. Now, again, there is a way to put this in all of them where it will change the name and the gender automatically, but it's because it's a few more steps. I thought this is the easier way right now, and you'd have to go to those videos and see how to enter from a comment bank, or how to do a fill down is really the way. And you'll see a fill down in a few minutes anyway, so you might get the idea. So anyone was challenged by the multiplication required in these short division questions, please have, when you double tap, sometimes it gets big like that, and it's a little bit tricky. And hold down on top for a couple seconds. Sometimes it's it's not the easiest sometimes to do. And then the other thing is, don't use your name too often. Okay, so let's say, I'm going to pinch that down. Let's say I did that for all of those. Okay, I didn't, but let's say I did. Now, I'm going to skip these middle ones for now. And then go down to these bottom ones. I want to give the same comment in all these because they basically have it. I just want to say, great job. They did a great job in this. They have understand all the concepts or whatever. So I'm going to just tap these little boxes at the edge of their name. And, oops, I'm going to do the last one. And I'm going to go up here to more options. It's right below the top right hand. You see, if I tap that, this comes up. I'm going to go fill down here. And you'll see these blue buttons here that look like codes, name, he, she, he. I'm going to tap inside this comment area, and I'm going to tap name. So this means it's going to put the student's name in. Billy, Janie. Name has a strong understanding of short division. And then I'm going to put he, she, so I'm going to use the capital he because I'm starting the sentence, capital he, she. And I'm going to put ... Pretend I was going to write more. I just want to show you how the he and the she and the name both change. So now I'm going to fill. It's going to fill, so let's fill the comments in all the selected students. All the students that I put a check mark in. So fill. And now you can see down here, Anita has a strong understanding of short division, she. Justin has a strong understanding of short division, he. So put the same comment in everyone. Hey, they're all great. I don't really need a comment there. I'm just going to put it in there for the parents. But you don't have to put a comment in there. You can leave the comment out, and when you email these, it'll still give them short division, their score, and a rating. And that's all really parents need. They just want to see how their child's kind of doing. But if you do want to enter a comment and you want to enter one quickly, this is a way you can do it. And so then I would go back and I would probably enter something in these ones here, some kind of comment in these middle students. So that's basically the simple way to do comments. There's a copy and pasting comments, and there's also a fill down, and there's also a kind of a fill down from a comment bank. So if you're interested in more information, go to the video button at the top of this screen. Any screen that shows an assessment, and it'll give you those videos.